Anything like me, then Instagram is something that you rely on heavily for reaching collectors, reaching buyers, and just getting your artwork seen by people. Over the last few months, specifically as we've got into 2022, the algorithm, that stupid algorithm has changed, which means my reach has just plummeted. And if that sounds familiar, then I'm going to share with you my tips for what I've done to help improve that reach and get my posts seen again. So the first thing that I did was put up an Instagram story asking my followers whether they'd seen my latest post over the last few weeks. And what I found was actually quite ridiculous, really. 800 people responded to my question if they'd seen my artwork. More than 50% of those people responded with no, they haven't seen any of my artwork on their feed. And that is completely shocking, because clearly these are people that are engaged with your content and want to see your content, but they're just not getting shown it by Instagram. What I actually found in doing this, in putting out this poll, all of those people that said no then started to see my posts on their feed. They commented on a story, they interacted with me, and then my posts were pushed by Instagram. So that's the first thing I recommend doing. The next thing, and this might seem a little bit counterintuitive, but when I first started Instagramming, I was trying to post every single day. And that worked 5 years ago. Now though, I found that if I post 3 times a week, but consistently on the same days, I get much better interactions and much better reach in the long term. Let me explain why this works. What I was finding when I was posting every single day was that each post was only actually reaching about 2,000 people. So only 2,000 people were seeing it on their feed. Whereas it used to be something like 10,000 people a day were seeing each of my posts. What was happening was I was posting the picture, 2,000 people were seeing that picture in that day, and then I was reposting a new picture. So now Instagram was pushing that new picture to the same 2,000 people. So I wasn't getting any more people seeing my work. Now, because I leave my post on its own for a few days without posting a second piece, it allows build up over a couple of days for Instagram to push that piece to new people. So wait a little bit. Don't post every day, but post consistently. Pick 3 days a week. The days that I post are Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. They are just the days that work best for me. You could pick any day of the week to post, just be consistent with it. The next thing I noticed was my hashtags. I used to just copy and paste my hashtags onto each post to save time, make it more efficient. I used to have about 30 hashtags, and that worked 5 years ago. Now though, you need to customize the hashtags for every single piece that you're doing. And I recommend about 10 or 12 different hashtags for each post. I have really noticed since doing this that my engagement and my interactions have gone up a heck of a lot. I also really recommend that you start posting more stories. Stories are a great way to do call to actions, so get people to respond, and it's also a really quick way of people seeing your posts. I didn't used to look at stories, but I do now, because people are sharing such interesting work and different work compared to their posts. The best way to maximize your story posting is to give people a little preview of what your post is showing. Your post should be providing some form of content to the viewer, something that's going to engage them, and then your story should give them that teaser and draw them into your post. The next one is Reels, and I know they take absolutely ages to make, but they do work, and Instagram is really trying to compete with things like TikTok to push these videos. I noticed that when I post a Reel, I can get 1,000 more likes than when I just post a stationary image or a regular post. Creating these reels is what's going to increase that reach as much as possible. Instead of posting just a picture by itself, you could post a video of one of your pieces. You could post close-ups and different angles in that video to really give your viewers a full experience of what the piece you've created looks like. And then finally, possibly the most important tip that I can give you is engage with your followers. Create a community of people that can ask you questions, give you feedback, and are just coming back for you and your work. You're not just trying to sell your art, you're also trying to sell yourself. You want people to come back for you to see how you're doing, to see what you're working on, and also to see great artwork. The best method to actually engage with your followers is 1. Reply to comments. If someone says they love your work, give it a like and say thank you. If someone asks a question, answer that question. We should be building a community, we should be engaging, and we should be supporting each other. I just want to say I am really, really grateful for everyone that supports me on Instagram. We're nearing 50,000 followers now, which is absolutely amazing. Here on YouTube, we've just hit 13,000 subscribers, which is incredible. And all of my patrons who are supporting me each and every month. If you're an artist and you're looking to sell your work, why not check out this video here where I go through all of my tips for what you should do before you start trying to sell your artwork. If you're interested in seeing more real-time footage and learning the process of painting, then why not check out my Patreon channel too. As always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.